Today I'm going to take you through a 20-minute full body mobility routine, perfect for a rest day or as some active recovery. You can follow along with me with no equipment. We've got 18 movements doing 50 seconds on with a 15-second transition. Let's get into it. So we're going to start with the spine mobilization with an upward dog into a child pose. So if you drop your hips down to the floor, engage the glutes, and then sitting your hips back, dropping your glutes down to your heels, coming back into that upward dog, engage the glutes, the chest up proud, pull the shoulder blades back, and then sitting back into that child pose position. Okay, next we're going to be opening up the chest and the T-spine. I want you to put your left hand on your temple. We're going to be dropping that left elbow under and then reaching up. We're going to do 25 seconds on each side. Switch inside. Okay, let's get the hips opened out now. We're going to come to our half kneeling position, so I'm kneeling on my right knee. I'm going to be putting my left hand on the top of my left knee. We're going to be doing some outward circles, just working into that hamstring and hip. Okay, we're going to stay on this side, but we're going to bring the circles back the other way. Okay, switching sides. If you find it more comfortable, you could use a cushion underneath your knee. Outward circles, using that top right hand to help lean forwards into the stretch, and then also to push out, getting a little bit of adductor stretching on that right side as you push the knee away. Back the other way. Okay, next up we're going to get the shoulders moving. You can do this standing if you're not comfortable kneeling, or use a cushion if it's more comfortable to kneel on. We're going to do an angel mobility sequence. Hands start behind your back. Pull the elbows together, reach down, draw an angel wing up, round, bringing the hands behind the head. Close the chin and elbows together. Opening back out, reach up, Draw that angel wing arc, reach as high as you can up your back. Relax the elbows forwards, pull the elbows together, reach down. Okay, next we've got some 90-90 drops. We're actually going to stay on one side though and do some circles. If you want to sit on the cushion, it makes it a little bit easier. So you're going to drop both legs down to one side. You're going to do chest circles over one leg. Now if you're more flexible, you do the chest circles over the ankle. If you're slightly less flexible, you might do them over the knee or calf. Get ready to stay on this side but change the circle direction. So coming back the other way. See, I'm placing my left hand on my knee to stop it from lifting off the floor. Propping myself up with that back hand, helping me keep a nice tall spine posture. Okay, dropping it over to the other side, pivoting over the heels, making those 90-90 angles at the knees. We're going to go circles, doesn't matter which way you start with. We're going to do 25 seconds each way. Use your hand if needed to keep that leg in contact with the floor. Changing direction. Okay, we're going to go from a kneeling position into a pike. So if you come onto your knees and arms, we're just going to be extending the legs, drawing the chest in towards the quads, sitting back down. If you want to make it a little harder, walk your hands closer to your knees. Okay, next I want you to lie on your left side, both knees up. You can put a cushion between your knees if it's more comfortable. To take that right arm, pause halfway, reach up, stretching out that lat muscle, and then coming back, hands together, repeat. So you're going to pause when your arm's pointing up, you're going to chop up, turning the thumb down towards the floor. It's a variation on a page turner with more emphasis on that lat reach rather than the chest. Okay, taking it over to the other side, so you're going to lie on your right side, knees up at 90 degrees, cushion between the knees if you find it more comfortable. Bringing the arm up, pausing at vertical, then chopping up, keeping the thumb pointing down. Okay, next up, we're going to do a hamstring nerve floss. So if you bring your left knee to the chest, hold on underneath the hamstring, extend the leg, and dropping it back down again. We're going to repeat 25 seconds per side. I want you to curl your toes back towards your shins. Sometimes you'll find that flexibility is due to nerve restriction. Basically, your body's not letting you go into the range of motion. Switch sides, straight into the other side. So this nerve floss can help your body allow you to switch off that protective mechanism, which sometimes can be overprotective and not allow us to get into our full range of motion. Might want your cushion for this. If you kneel on your left knee, you could also just roll your mat up. We're going to do a hamstring sit back. So you're going to sit back, turn the foot out, turn the foot in, and back up to the top. Sitting back, turn the foot out, turn the foot in. If you can't reach the floor, you can have your hands up high on the hip like this. Switching sides, so I'm going to kneel on my right knee, bringing the left heel out front. You don't need to fully straighten the leg. If the leg's slightly unlocked, that's fine, you'll still feel the hamstring stretch. Scoot the hips back, turn out, turn in. Okay, next we're going to mobilise the wrists with a figure of 8 movement. If you start with your fingertips pointing towards 12 o'clock, right the way down to 6 o'clock, bringing them up, then under, so we're working on that extension, we're stretching the flexors, going around, flexing the wrist, stretching those extensors.
That also acts as a nice little warm-up for this next one, where we're going to be almost in a downward dog position, pedaling the calves, giving you an alternating dynamic calf stretch. So pedaling the heels down towards the floor, lifting the hips up high, putting the head somewhat between the hands, but as long as you feel the calf stretch, then you'll be doing it right. Okay, we're gonna get a little bit more upper body mobilization in with some over-under reaches, nice and simple. We're reaching one arm over the top, one arm up the back, getting as close as you can, and then switching over. Imagine you're trying to touch the fingertips. If you've got more mobile shoulders than me, you might even be able to touch your fingertips. Don't overstress it though. Okay, next up we're going to open out the hip flexors, quads and lats into a kneeling position. You can either point your toes and put your hands back behind you like this. You're going to bridge up, reach over, alternating sides, or if you're finding that difficult, curl your toes under, put your hands on your heels. It requires a little bit less flexibility like that, but pick whichever one suits your level. I really want you to engage the glutes as you go into that bridge, opening out those hips and quads. Okay, we're on to our final movement. We're going to do some frog squat walkouts. So if you start off in a high plank position, you're just going to bend the knees, walk the hands back. If you can, get your heels on the floor, sit into this frog squat or get as close to it as you can. Walking back out into that high plank position. And repeat, bend the knees, walk back, ideally plant your heels on the floor. You might even want to slot your elbows and just sit into that full frog squat for a moment. So some people are going to want to stop with their hands out front like this, and some of you will be able to come upright, levering out the knees of the elbows for a moment.
Routine complete. Let me know in the comments, how did you find it and where in the world are you following along from. But don't go anywhere. If you want to keep getting flexible, try this routine here. If you want to work out with me with a no equipment calisthenics workout, I'll link one here. See you for one of those.